Okay, so welcome back. Today is your asynchronous day. If you are Group B, then today is Wednesday. If you are Group A or mirrored, then today is Thursday. So we're going to go through what you need to get done today. So first off, the physics course companion, which I have a link to later on. You're going to read pages 27 to 33, excuse me, and then complete a reading comprehension form, which is in Google Classroom, and I'll show you where that is in a moment. Then you're going to do 3 modules on Khan Academy, and you are going to complete a walking running lab with the members of your group. And so you're going to share data on this one, and I'll go over that in a moment. So the Khan Academy modules are due by Friday at 3 p.m. and the walking and running lab is due also Friday by 3 p.m. So here's a link to the planner. Again, kind of keep track of your time. We'll be asking you again how much time you spent throughout the week and try to adjust to make sure you're staying about that 7.5 hours. Please print off this document and keep it in your journal. We will be referring back to it. And then as we get into kinematics, which you will be starting with your reading today and your walking running lab, you will be using these symbols here and these formulas to calculate displacement and average velocity and things like that. So here's the link to the course companion. I also have it in Google Classroom for you. You're going to be reading pages 27 to 33, and then you can click here to access the form, or once again, the form is in Google Classroom, and I'll show you, well, I can show you right now. So here at week 2, here's the walking and running lab that you can access, and here is the linear motion reading comprehension questions, which you can access. So then also you are going to go to Khan Academy and complete these 3 modules on average velocity and average speed. And then the walking and running lab, you can click on this right here and access it, or once again, you can go to Google Classroom and I have it for you there. So when you click on it, it will open this here. And once again, you can work with your partners, and that's a wonderful thing to collaborate with them and plan out how you want to do this. It kind of tells you to fill in blue. Each person, even though you can share data, each person will do their own lab sheet and submit their own lab sheet. So part of that is because I want you to get familiar with using sheets and entering in data, making a data table, and then using that data to create a graph and extrapolating from that graph. So when you go through, you're going to do multiple trials. You're going to agree on how you're going to measure your distances. You can use any unit you would like, but make sure you agree on how you're going to measure those distances. And then you are going to either measure constant distances, like you're going to measure a distance to a certain location and time, how long it takes you to get there, or you will go for a certain amount of time and mark how far you went in that time. And you're going to do multiple trials, and you can do it in either way. I would think that it's easier to do a constant distance, but you can do a constant time if you prefer. Okay, you're going to do multiple trials of either different distances or different times, and then you're going to graph that data. And be aware that I want you to kind of keep a constant velocity. So when you're walking, walk at a constant rate. And if you're running, do so at a constant rate. Don't sprint and change up your velocity. It's part of this is to do a constant velocity. Okay, and then here is an example of a data table that you could make, and then you're going to erase the one that is here and then put your own, and then from that data table you will make a graph, and you should have the 2 lines on there with your data points embedded. Make sure you are labeling it, having a title, you have your axes labeled. Then you're going to use your graph to answer these 4 conclusion questions here.